Hello, this is a channeled message meant to find you whenever it finds you. So, the tarot cards we have for this reading are Knight of Wands, Ace of Swords, and Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so I feel like in this instance, you are both the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. I see somebody going up a mountain. They look like, it feels like you're going up a mountain to get to the other side because for some reason you couldn't go around it. I'm seeing that this is somebody who is facing some type of challenge, but there's this sense of determination in coming up to meet it. I feel this sense of like determination, the sense of like perseverance. And it almost feels like you're excited to meet this challenge or you're excited to face this. I feel like there's no reservations in trying to figure this out and trying to see how to navigate this, because in your mind, you're very sure of what your plan is and what your approach is. I especially see that here with the Ace of Swords in the middle. There's something here about being sure of your path and moving forward in a way that is like both emboldened by your will to get to the other side, but then also to move in a way that is practical and logical to get there. Somehow, like the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands, they're two different aspects of yourself or your approach in this. One part of you is very grounded, very practical, and the other part of you is very ambitious and very like focused to get there. So we're gonna get some cards to clarify all of this. I feel like I should clarify the Ace of Swords first, so we'll ask Spirit, why is the Ace of Swords here? Okay, internally I heard I need to break it down into smaller parts. So maybe this is a really big undertaking that you're doing and you're trying to figure out what the legs of the journey is. It does feel like there is some type of ultimate goal. It's just that like you got to figure out what the chapters are or figure out like the small steps you're going to take to get there, because instead of seeing it as one huge journey, it's a bunch of smaller journeys, and seeing it this way will make it a lot more manageable and will give you smaller goals to work on that feel more achievable. All right, so the cards we have to clarify the Ace of Swords are Knight of Wands. Sorry, that was the King of Wands. Oops. Six of Swords. And King of Pentacles. Whoa, did you see this? Okay. And the order that I drew them to, the first is the King of Wands on the left side, which will be underneath the Knight of Wands. On the other side, the last card that I drew was the King of Pentacles, and that's under the Knight of Pentacles. And damn, look, we got this. Okay, the Six of Swords talks about moving on or moving forward. This, oh my gosh, there's just so much synchronicity happening here. But it does feel like you already have like a good mindset, a good path to go towards. And there's so much energetically masculine force in this. And this is regardless of gender. By masculine force, I mean you're acting as the initiator, you're acting as the projector, the mover of this thing. there is this plan, this idea that you feel very like heavily that you got to set out to do, or you're so determined to reach this other side. In this card, the Six of Swords, I see you as the person who's steering the ship, or like who's moving things along. Oh, it's really cute. It's like you're escorting this thing, but you're escorting this thing with your willpower. Because if you see, he's holding a wand here in order to like move the boat along. The boat, I feel, is the figurative pentacle, and it holds this new idea. It holds this practical plan, not just for you, but for your family, for your loved ones. I feel like there are other people who are riding with you on this, and you're being like I want to say like the wayfinder, like the leader of this. And they have to trust in your leadership, but the most important thing is that you trust in your leadership, that you're confident in what you're doing. And that's a really beautiful thing to have. Okay, so Spirit is reminding you to be confident in yourself, in your ability to lead, and your ability to choose what happens next, or the way that you're going to navigate this, because you have all the resources ready to make this journey, and you have the right mindset, the right ambition in regards to this. That's awesome. So we're going to clarify, Spirit, can you tell me more about the Knight of Wands? Why is the Knight of Wands here? So we got Two of Cups, Knight of Cups, and the Emperor. A promise that you made to someone? Okay, so I feel like there's an agreement that you made with someone in your past that you feel like you must hold. This can be in a way that is figurative or perhaps literal. It doesn't feel like you signed a contract. It feels more emotional, like an energetic bond, like something that you feel. It's like, okay, so let's say the image that I'm getting is like you're a hero, and that there's this thing like that you want to honor. Maybe that's like a parent or a deity that you connect with. And it feels like you're honoring your commitment to them by doing this thing. And you're doing this with an open heart, an open mind. And that's why you're so sure of this. If this is like a spiritual thing, then whichever spiritual force you look up to, it looks like they're with you every step of the way. And something about your dedication or devotion to them already in the past, and your ongoing like collaboration with them, is really going to help guide you or steer you in the right direction. Or not even just steer you, like they're not just going to tell you what to do. You're going to feel internally in your gut what the next right step is, and you're going to see the next logical, practical step, because the spiritual thing is guiding you. If this is supposed to be like a real life person, then this is somebody that you highly respect, someone that you see as like in charge and that you can look up towards, someone practically that you can ask for advice from. Either way, it feels like there's something external outside of you, or if depends on your view of spirit, just there's something that you see that has greater authority that is helping you along the way, and you're being asked to honor your commitment to them and to trust in this, trust in what you're doing. So let's move on to the other side. Spirit, can you tell me more about the Knight of Pentacles? Why is the Knight of Pentacles here? All right. The cards that we have are the Moon, Nine of Wands, and Nine of Swords. Something about this journey feels unsure. Not because you feel unsure of yourself, but because a lot of this requires going into the unknown. It requires you going into a state of flux where you can't be 100% sure of the outcome. And it is a cause for anxiety. But once again, there's this sense of trust in divinity, the sense of going forward even if you don't necessarily know the way, trusting that the way will be revealed to you as you move alongside it. I'm also getting this idea of course correction because you know internally that if something isn't going the right way, like let's say you're trusting your gut, you're moving forward, and you realize immediately that something is wrong, to really sit down with yourself to analyze it and ask, is this just anxiety? Do I need to push through it? Or do I need to course correct and change something? There's something here about you understanding what that feels like and understanding the distinction between your anxiety and your perseverance. And if you feel like you might not be confident in it, to ask your spirit guides, to ask internally, like sit with the decision yourself and really listen to how you feel about it, to separate your emotions from what is actually going on, because a lot of this, it feels like it exists in the future. Like you don't actually know how it could turn out until it turns out that way. There is a potential for things to actually turn out really good, but you can't let your anxiety or the fear of things not going your way prevent you from moving forward and doing this. So both of these two cards, they're both nines. Oh, okay, and then the Moon, it's the number 18. It's like, okay, I see like there's the path that you're taking, it looks long. It looks like like you look at that mountain with both anxiety and determination, like understanding that it will take quite a ways to get there, but understand that it's not just you. You have spirit on your side, you have like other things, other like resources, people around you that help you on this journey, help you along this way. And a part of this is that like to understand what the journey is, not the destination. In doing this thing, it's like you're developing faculties, you're learning more about life and even more about yourself and who you are in this world. And there's a lot of value in that. Something about all of this, achieving this goal, it honors a commitment that you made a long time ago, maybe to spirit, to yourself, to your family, whomever. It looks like the completion of this thing has like a really huge, great reward for you personally. So I think that's everything I'm seeing for this reading. If this has resonated with you, please leave me a comment. I would love to hear about it. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.